Hello, it's me again with brushes and balance. Also a series kind of to calm my monkey brain, to discover a way how I can just find balance for myself and also help you to find balance. This is usually recorded in one go. I don't cut it. It's basically just talking of what I'm thinking and sharing it with you. And today I wanted to share with you why I do this. Why did I choose brushes? Why do I share it this way? And I share this while I unpack my new watercolors, which I'm so excited to receive because, you know, when I find something what interests me, I kind of go full immersion. And I got this from a small business which I found on Instagram. I hope you can see it. I should put my here. VH Aquarelle. I don't know if you also say in English aquarelle, in German it's aquarelle. I guess watercolors. So thank you so much. She gave me a note. And now I'm gonna check out the colors, which are here. Put the brush aside. So basically, I want to have more balance in my life. I find that during the day there's a lot of all or nothing thinking. There is in the evening usually a quite heavy shooting monologue from my inner critic telling me that I should have done things differently and more concentrated than I did. So usually I feel like I totally did not act or implement stuff as I expected I would. So my expectations towards myself and what actually happens are not really realistic. I guess that also comes to goal setting. Oh gosh, they're so pretty. I picked these because the first picture I did with this dark ink, where I got in touch with it, I also used gold as in comparison to silver. Usually I wear silver, well, I can't see it, but usually I'm a silver person, even though my mom is from Indonesia and they are usually gold people. But over the last months, I kind of discovered, I don't know, let's say the golden side of me, which to me is more warm than silver. Well, I guess not only to me, but, you know, more warm. And it's actually one of my brand colors. Well, I don't use gold in my online presence, but the colors I use is this one, and I believe this one. These three pop up quite frequently, and in my paintings I also wanted to explore the others, which also have somewhat of a golden hue to it, or shimmer, I don't know what's the right word. This is also golden, she calls it chameleon, because depending on how the light shines on it, it's a different color. They usually perform best on black surfaces. At least that's what she showed. So what I'm going to do is, today I'm going to use a different canvas. I'm going to use a small card, which I bought to also do Zentangles, which, I don't know, I'll show some other day. Yeah. And why I'm doing it this way, like why am I coming on, why am I painting when I don't even know how to paint? Why did I choose this medium? Well, back when, I don't know when that was, I used to actually draw, and then I changed to, I think, pastel, then also watercolors, but then I went on to taking pictures because I was too impatient to actually, oh gosh, this is so beautiful. It's so dark. It's so, I love this ink. And there's even more water on the brush. Yeah, and from pictures, I went, what did I do first? I think landscape. No, actually it was portraits. I used to do portraits, which to me just meant basically getting close to the subject. I also like taking pictures close, like macro photography with flowers, which you will see in some other things. I think on Instagram I will put these. And so this is something I actually used to like to do. Let me just check if my mic is actually on. Thank God it is. I need to check this. And at the same time, I want to find balance in my own days, as well as inspire you to find balance in your busy days. If you are someone who really likes to do many projects or has so many different ideas, then sometimes it can be that we are a little bit distracted, or we feel that we need to be faster, or we need to do all the things at once, and then this overwhelm thing happens. Again, I would just a while ago would have never said I'm overwhelmed. It's just I need to be a little bit more efficient, more structured, and then, you know, I would be able to do all the things. Yeah, and this way is also a way for you to get to know me. Because when I'll just kind of speak my mind and I'm doing the things here, I will probably also, you know, give examples from, I don't know, whenever I experienced something, and then just by sharing, you will get to know me better. So I want to do that. Also, I want to show you that you're not alone. You know, some people like to be by themselves, and then they think, yeah, but I should do this or that. Especially when you're in the online marketing space, you're a coach and consultant, and you're supposed to be out there. You're supposed to, you know, after you've done one-on-one, then, you know, you do group coaching. Yay. So, I don't know, do a group, entertain them, motivate them. And yes, I get that. But for me, for example, I'm not a group person. I really, really like to just, you know, fully immerse myself in one-on-one conversations, or like very small groups. Okay, this is interesting. This is not shimmering yet, but I still like it. The black is not dark yet, so this is the shimmery brown dark. It's a very light shimmer, but once this black stuff is dry, I'm gonna put it on there and see what happens. So now I'm just going one by one and try it on the eggshell paper to see what it looks like there, and then how different it is when I put it on the black. Yeah, too early. And going back to me wanting to share with you that you're not alone, is that you're not alone in figuring out what suits you best. I'm figuring out what suits me best right now. And apparently I really like to sit in my room with some fancy colors, a mic in my face, kind of, and talking to you, even though I can't see you. But to me that's fine, because now you also experience me as a verbal processor. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of I really need to say something so I know what I'm thinking. Because sometimes our minds are so fast that it's impossible to catch up with the thoughts. That's why I sometimes write in order to slow my thoughts down. But then again, if they're too fast, writing is not really my first choice. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's see how much opaque I can get this. Maybe I need to layer it. We'll see that later. I wonder if I do this on the black, the shading, or... Ooh, it's not dry yet. It's mixing. Oof. Oh well, next color. And, well, as you notice, I'm squirrel mind, right? That's why this series is about calming the squirrel mind, because mine is all over the place. And this format allows me to just do that. Maybe I should get like a... My... Hold on. Camera setup is disappearing. Oh, now it's in the frame. Awesome. Yeah. Also something to learn later. Yeah. You're not alone by wanting so many things and suddenly manage to overwhelm yourself by wanting to do so many things. And me speaking actually is great for me to slow down my thoughts. If I'm not calm enough or my thoughts are not slow enough to be written down, sometimes that is just not possible. And I really invite you and encourage you to find your mode. Like, what is your way to explore thoughts, to explore what you want to, I don't know, maybe explore thoughts for a specific reason, like finding your mission, finding, I don't know, your new project, finding... Interesting. How do you get there that you focus? Call it flow, whatever you want to do it, but I think, whatever you wanted to call it, but I think the basis is that you somehow need to get a hold of your thoughts. This is really pretty, oh my god. I wish, I don't know, I think here is good. I guess I'm like doing swatches, you know, when they do makeup and then you're like, show whatever you're doing. So I kind of am demonstrating how I'm finding balance, how I discover that painting, and actually sharing this with you and talking non-stop while I'm doing it is my way to free think, free explore, you know, coming from the free writing. First you free write and then you kind of shape it into something more specific. Oh, again, another topic, because I just won an amazing course from Nick Milo about writing, and I'm so excited to learn more how I can use all my notes, which I have in Obsidian, which is like a note-taking tool, and it's pretty, and create even more content from that, from thoughts that I've had already and which I put into my digital journal, because I think that would be also something I can definitely share in a little bit more concise manner than here, where my ideas are just all over. Also, if you're coming from the ADHD camp, I don't know if this is hyperfocus or not. Someone called it that this could be hyperfocus. I'm pretty new to ADHD. I recently got diagnosed, and everything makes just so much more sense, like so much more sense. So this is kind of demonstrating how I tackle, also in that context, my overwhelm. Ooh, pretty, a bit light. And also, you kind of watch me learning how to balance and also how to draw or paint. And you watch me how I'm exploring. Also, just come to think, from the ADHD camp, I can also be your body double. That's something where you can sign up to several platforms or just meet with your friends for a specific time. And then you kind of work on something together. Like you show up together, knowing that the other person is also working on something. You're not really interacting, like you and I are not really interacting right now. But you know the other person is there, and they're also working towards their goals. And you can use that energy to kind of get out of your task paralysis when you get on a date with someone who's also taking the steps towards a dream. And honestly, for me, like taking a break, sitting here and talking about stuff is also propelling me towards my dreams, because I'm getting clear, like more and more clear about what I want to do, what's important to me, what I really want to share, how I can make the points a little bit more concise for you. I already know, but that'll be a different episode, on how my content comes together through the different steps that, for example, also Nick Milo teaches the course, which I won. Oh my gosh, from all the attendees, I won that one. Such a synchronicity. Another story could be how I won from 24,000 people. I was chosen to go to Finland. Oh, it was amazing. Also different topic. But if you want to hear about it, just write it into the comments, or I don't know, find me on Instagram or wherever, or if we're connected on WhatsApp Messenger, and let me know what you want to do if you don't want to do it on in the comments on YouTube. So it is this is like the start of a content, because now I'm just sharing with you thoughts, fleeting thoughts, following a spark. I had a spark, and I'm thinking, isn't that interesting? And then I come here and I relax my mind with you and explore that thought a little bit more. Then in the end, I revisit and I see was anything really important or interesting or memorable, what I want to, put to the forefront of a piece of content so the takeaway is more clear? Because this is pretty when you put it on the black. I'm gonna try to zoom, but I don't know if I'm gonna mess up everything, but let's see what happens. If it's still sharp or not. I don't know, this here. Wait, do I have to do this one? It's this one. Is, to me, is so ooh. This is so pretty. And this very light stuff is here. Let me show here. And can you see how on the white, I'm looking at the monitor and I have no clue. It's kind of hard to write. So here on the white, can't see much, but when it hits the black, it gets really pretty. Ooh, got it. Nice. And of course, I forgot what I was just saying. Oh yeah, and then the nuggets, and these will I don't know if I put them on Instagram or if I'm going to put them here, but slowly, this content strategy for me is coming together, and that is so super exciting, because suddenly everything just falls into place. And that's also I want to share. I'm kind of what is it called? I know there's a name for it. A friend to me just told me today, but it's like teaching my system by showing you my system. Oh, pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. So to summarize it a little bit, what do I want to do with this particular video from the previous one and this one, and probably also the following ones? Totally selfish. I'm going to play around. Oh my gosh, can you see this? Here. And when I shift it, how it's gold? Maybe here it's better, just see it's sharper, but it's out of. Oh, I don't know, it's so pretty. Let me zoom out a little bit again so you can see. A little bit more. Play around with colors. Recording it and talking makes me feel like I'm sharing it. Maybe I'm inspiring someone. I already got really nice comments from quite a few people who watched the other one, that they found it really interesting or calming, or that they feel that, oh gosh, she also kind of talks to herself to figure out what she's thinking, or develops her thoughts that way. And I find balance. I actually created something that calms me down, that gets also the thoughts out of my head. And at the same time, I hope to inspire you, because I want to talk about topics that also might interest you, about lifelong learning, about doubts you have when you're tackling a new project, when you're just entering a new phase of your life. My last 2 years, this is like already over 2 years, they have been quite a discovery journey. There's really some stuff I would like to share or put out there, just in case you're going also through something like burnout, or just, a phase in your life where you're so exhausted, where you know that you want to do something different, but it's not really that clear to you yet what that will look like, this different, this new you. Or if you are wanting to build your own business, are you going to fall into the same trap as the one you were in when you were in corporate, and actually you wanted to create something which is completely different? Do you find yourself suddenly having recreated the same hamster wheel, or even same hell? And what do you actually want to do? Like, do you know, or do you need to explore? I think that's super, super interesting. And also, there's so much that I've learned where I'm thinking, oh gosh, I would really love to help you to not make the same mistakes. I also did learn that we have to make our mistakes. It actually doesn't always work the way that we say, oh, I did that mistake, you just don't do it. Actually, I had that in corporate, and I told that to my assistant. I was really just like, oh gosh, please don't do the same mistake. But, well, I felt like he wouldn't really believe me until he tried it for himself and then realized, oh yeah, that sucked. Maybe doing it differently would have been also a valuable option. But and maybe not to, well, yes, to help you not to make the same mistake, but also to show you how I did it, what it looked like for me, and like an example, not necessarily good or bad, just one example, just to, get you, gosh, look at this, just to get you inspired. And I'm already at 24 minutes. So thinking of, efficiency and how I usually work is how can I make things, smooth and quick and pain-free and all that. Oh, mixed a little bit much. I'm thinking content batching. So I will end this video here, and I will stop the recording, and then I will just continue the next one, and let's see where my thought goes. Maybe I can talk a little about let me think, what's in my mind right now. Allowing against perfectionism, like how can you allow yourself to fail? How you can allow yourself to explore things even though they're less than perfect, or like they feel like a failure, or just however you would describe it, but in a way that would keep you from exploring it further or actually starting it. Because on this night, I think at 4:30 or something, I was awake, I had a thought, and that was around like, oh gosh, these are all kind of milestones where I allowed myself. And as soon as I allowed myself to be less than perfect, I know it sounds so old news. I know. But for me, it was like, truth bomb. Woo! Like so many things opened up. Yeah, and if you have any thoughts of what I could share, what I could do differently to make this, well, I was gonna say more entertaining, but it's not meant to be entertaining. It's just meant to be in the background of whatever you're doing right now, just so that, you know, you're not alone. I'm here. I'm also working on something, and I also have challenges, but I also know that we're gonna get through this. We're gonna come out of, you know, we're gonna come out on the other side. I don't know where you are in your process, if you're still on your way down, well, it feels like you're going down, or if you're already, you know, having this moment of clarity where you're super excited to produce, like I am. I feel like I really just came out the other side. Shoot. So, well, if it can be improved, of course, tell me. If something is like super distracting, or it would work if, let me know, either in the comments or find me on Instagram, Alex Pinniger. I'm more on Instagram than on Facebook these days. Yeah, and share your thoughts. Please be gentle and kind, because, you know, I'm also exploring new things. I'm putting myself out here, showing you, like, what? New colors? But now I got like 24 minutes. I mean 28. I'm super calm. I have colors. Spend time with you. And I feel like totally like centered. That's really nice. So these colors are really what I wanted. They're so cool. I can't wait to really make a picture like big like my last one, which I can't show you because it's still rolled up. At some point I will. And yes, thank you. You're with the heart. Thank you for being here with me. And yes, there will be another one, because I need balance and peace and calmness in my everyday, and I will share that with you. Oh, and if you're still here, I'm thinking of, you know, putting the timestamps on there so you know how long that is approximately. I will do, I think, a summary underneath, thanks to AI, I think. And maybe I will also put an indicator there what kind of energy. And there I was cut up. I was talking about the energy, to also put it there on the thumbnail or wherever, because depending on my energy, I will talk faster, slower, it will be a little bit more calming or not, and maybe I will also find themes, what I talk about, so that it is easier for you to choose if you want to listen to it, watch it, or not. That's what I'm thinking. I'm so thrilled that I'm doing this. And if no one gets inspired, I'm doing this for me. For me, it works. If this is what I need to do to share it, paint here, in order to relax 30 minutes, this is what I will do. Okay. Thank you so much. How do I do it? Bye. Like this. Bye.